DJ Akademiks had to be either groomed and or inspired by Diddy. He's a media personality that has now been caught up on some allegations of sexual assault and defamation. Now, I got a few questions, right, to ponder. Is the alleged victim simply a cheap copycat of real victims just looking for a convenient payday? Or is the alleged victim truly the victim of sexual assault and defamation? I got all the answers, and I'm gonna give them all to you in just a second.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
You got knocked the fuck out! What's happening?
The alleged victim filed a lawsuit against DJ Akademiks, alleging that she was sexually assaulted around in July of 2022 at his New Jersey home, and it wasn't just him. She was assaulted by him and many of his friends. This thing is crazy because it sounds so familiar to the Diddy lawsuits. You're gonna be amazed at what you hear. Fauziyaabashesexualassault. She's the alleged victim that's claiming that she was indeed sexually assaulted at DJ Akademiks' home in New Jersey. She claims that two of his friends had drugged her and she was filled with alcohol prior to the assaults occurring. Now, after meeting DJ Akademiks on social media in 2021, the two dated briefly, and Abashesexualassault discussed that she remembers most of the events, but some accounts are still fuzzy. She's claiming that she was drugged out of her mind and she didn't even remember some of it as other signs that had to trigger her off to even realize that she was indeed raped to start out with, because all of the accounts had left her because of the drugs and the alcohol. Now, Abashesexualassault credits the memory loss to being heavily drugged by the perpetrators along with drinking alcohol. Abashesexualassault describes the alleged assaults as being calculated. She's saying this didn't coincidentally happen. It had to be pre-arranged and calculated. She believes the men had this all planned out. Now, first, she was drugged and dizzy before being pushed into the swimming pool. And you already know, if you're pushed into the swimming pool, once you get out, you only got two options: stay wet and eventually get sick and feel miserable, or take your clothes off. So again, I'm not saying that this is what happened. It's all alleged, but I can see the dots connecting here as she describes the accounts. Now, first, she was drugged and dizzy before being pushed in the pool. Things really got shady after that, and you're not gonna believe it. I'm uncertain of the mood prior to her being pushed in the pool. Were they having fun? Were they playing games? Were they laughing and enjoying themselves? So I'm uncertain how she felt about getting pushed in the pool. Was she upset? You wet my hair? Like, I don't know. Was she angry? Was she fighting when she got out? Or was she being a part of it? Was she laughing and playing the game with them? Who knows? But what she does account is that when she got out of the pool is when the assaults started to happen. So she says she couldn't do much because she fell out of her mind from the drugs. The next thing she remembers is waking up in DJ Akademiks' bed, wondering what in the heck happened to me. That is prior to him himself, according to her accounts, sexually assaulting her, right? So basically her friends went first, and then the next morning, DJ Akademiks assaulted her once again. Now, Abashesexualassault claims she knew she was in danger, but was very confused due to the drugs. Now, your heart has to go out for Miss Abashesexualassault, especially if these accounts are true. But if they're not true, we gotta be better as a people. We gotta do better as celebrities and putting ourselves in better positions for success, because we're too easily targeted and successfully targeted, if these claims aren't true, by these alleged victims. And it has to stop. Her worst nightmare came true the next day when DJ Akademiks allegedly showed her surveillance tapes of the events. Abashesexualassault immediately went to the police to file a claim once she saw the tapes. Now, I'm questioning, like, why would they, unless she was asking questions or complaining, why would they show her tapes? And I'm just asking questions, just trying to see, things that aren't being said. She said once she saw those tapes, then that sparked to trigger her to go to police because she knew she felt funny and she was almost certain that she had been violated. But my thing is this: the reason they would probably show her the tapes is probably to try to, they may have erased some parts of the tapes because if she was knocked out and woke up in the bed, they had ample time to redo those tapes, erase some parts, some sections out of the tapes so that it can be consistent with whatever story they were telling. That's the only reason I would think that they would show her the tape. She didn't say she volunteered, she asked them to show her the tapes. She said they showed her the tapes. So I don't know, there's a lot that's not being said. Now, Bashe immediately went to the police when she saw the tapes. Now, the police performed the rape kit, and this is when her heart fell to the bottom. She knew without a doubt that she had indeed been sexually assaulted, and even worse, by more than one person. This thing is crazy. Bashe discussed that she filed a complaint in 2022. Once she realized, she filed the lawsuit after many attempts to settle outside of court. However, she was staying zip. She kept her mouth closed because she was just waiting to get vindicated in court. However, she said DJ Akademiks started spilling his, talking that talk, trying to get the jury of public opinion on his side. And that's what triggered her to start talking herself. She's been remaining quiet and focusing on her mental health. Like I said, she was severely drugged and allegedly had to go through some very traumatic situations. Okay, she's now decided to speak on her claim. Bashe says, in December of last year, DJ Akademiks posted that Bashe agreed to have an orgy with his buddies, but not with him. Wow. See, I'm thinking what I'm seeing here is DJ Akademiks is trying to slowly detach himself out of this situation. He probably erased his involvement in this whole sexual assault, and that's why he showed her the videos, and now he's trying to convince her that he indeed wasn't a part of it, because he probably thought that maybe if he go last and do it in a different setting, that he would be able to backslide out of it without her really convicting him or, implying that he was involved. But he was so wrong if that was the case. To that Tiger Woods tricking, real sloppy and real, self-incriminating. That's what it sounds like DJ Akademiks is in with me. And my thing is this: we got all these cats out here getting this bread, getting this money, but money only makes you a rich whatever you started out. If you was a nut that didn't get girls and now you got money, you just a rich nut that don't get girls, and now you're gonna try to use this money to try to get girls. See, when I'm looking at some of these celebrities that's going down for some of these sexual assaults, and some of them I believe, some of them I don't, but they all tricking sloppy. Yes. Like you gotta stand for something. You gotta have some principles. You gotta have some standards. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And this is what it sounds like. DJ Akademiks seemed like he was trying to be too smart for his own good. He continues to claim and uphold that he never had sexual relations with the girl. Sounding like Bill Clinton, right? So he posted a video and confirmed the Bashe broke bread on her own. He said she came in locked and loaded. She was finicky and she was ready to get it in. They had already discussed having an orgy, and she came in locked and loaded, ready to break bread. But seriously though, aren't we starting to hear of some of these same situations, similar incidents, far too much with our celebrities, mainly black celebrities? I'm getting tired of it, and it's about time we all smarten up, from the alleged perpetrators, but also on the victim side. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what we can do to alleviate, at least minimize, some of these assaults or alleged assaults that are taking place. As far as the men, these celebrities, the first thing you need to do is start assessing the setting and what you're doing a little more closely. Stop being so impulsive just because you got money and you can have a lot of things your way. Still, start thinking these things out a little more, a little better than you're doing now. You got to start putting yourself in positions for success. I'm talking about the people that are really innocent. And that means you got to remove the wrong people, places, and things out of your life that's not enhancing your success. So people that's pulling you down, people that's not equally yoked with who you are, people whose energy doesn't match yours, you got to stay away from them. I don't care how many years y'all go back. I don't care how many experiences y'all had in the past. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. little OJ reference, you know what I mean? So in the end of the day, you got to remove certain people, places, and things out of your life. You got to be bold enough to take full control of your life, because certain people, for instance, DJ Akademiks, what if he is telling the truth? What if his friends had a plan and carried all this out? He's still going to go to jail because he's a part of it. He's if he didn't stop it, he's indirectly complicit with it. He's a conspirer in the whole thing, if that was the case. But even if it's not the case, DJ Akademiks is still on you because you allowed it to happen, right? So the hard truth is that, hypothetically speaking, Abashie could have been planning this. If she is lying, she could have been planning this the whole time. Even when she first met DJ Akademiks on social media, she could have already said, I got this 2-year plan and I'm gonna get this bread, like a lot of the other gold diggers are doing. And these men are making it very easy. These celebrities are making it very easy on them. We got to change. Now, again, I don't want to disrespect Miss Abashie, because if she is truly the victim, I got a solution for you as well. You have to start being a little more aware of your surroundings. And I'm not just talking about new places that you go into. I'm talking about the environment, the people that you bring into these new places. Like, how about go taking accountability partners with you? Stop going places by yourself, putting yourself in harm's way when you know, even though you could be tough and smart and this, with a little slip of the wrist, or somebody slips something in your drink, or you're inebriated and then you're at their disposal. So start being smarter, traveling in packs and having accountability partners, even people with you that don't drink or do drugs. So therefore, no matter what goes down or how intoxicated you are, someone has your back and has your best interest. Now, this is serious, because if DJ Akademiks is truly innocent, but he's found guilty, he's going to lose all of his deposit. That's really where Puffy's headed. Puffy's now on the clock. Right? Once Brendan Paul was officially charged with a crime, Puffy knew that he was now on the clock, because any day the Homeland Security or the FBI can come and charge him officially with a crime, and that's when you're sinking in the quicksand. You're arrested, you got to post bail, and then you got to redeem and try to restore your name and your brand. So again, this is the situation DJ Akademiks find himself in. So the biggest question is this: were you groomed by Puffy? Were you inspired by Puffy? As I mentioned earlier, DJ Akademiks appears to be more interested with the jury of public opinion, because he's now, after a whole year, he's starting to spill the beans and come out. And now this is further strengthening Abashie's case of defamation. Right? Now, Abashie offered a statement also. I'm confident that justice will prevail and the mask will be removed, so no other women will have to go through what I have been through. But she only dropped that statement after DJ Akademiks said, he played a video and he confirmed the police had already cleared his name, and she's just on some type of weird shakedown looking for an easy payday. So again, this is where it gets real deep. Abashie's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn. Name sounds familiar? Because it probably does, because he's the same attorney representing Rodney Jones, who's filed the lawsuit against Diddy, and he's also representing the Omarka young lady that's suing King Combs, alleging that she was sexually assaulted while at a yacht party. She was an employee that Diddy rented, and his son King Combs allegedly drugged and raped her the same exact way that Diddy is alleged from doing, and the same exact way that is being alleged that Akademiks did the same thing. Now, according to Tyrone Blackburn, litigation is always the last resort. After several attempts to privately resolve this matter, Miss Abashie was left no choice other than to file a lawsuit. Now, again, I just mentioned, he said that Mr. Allen's hubris will be his downfall, meaning his homies and his pride, his arrogance. Listen, we got to do better as a people. And these celebrities, you out here getting this money. Listen, life is just like real estate. Whatever we appreciate increases in value. But whatever we don't appreciate, it decreases in value, and we attract more of the same into our lives. If you are in position to be doing well for yourself and you're in position to have things your way, appreciate it, show a little more gratitude so it can increase in value. And the last thing, always be your best self. See, if you're your best self, you're not going to allow yourself to be put in uncompromisable positions. Not to mention, when you're your best self, everybody wins. But when you're not your best self, everybody loses, including you. Continue to thrive, my friends. Continue to watch, because I'm going to continue to keep it coming. You be great. And more importantly, be blessed.